get this going over here. How's everybody doing? All right, everyone. Oh, what happened to the background there? What happened to my background? There we go. Valmar Kleberg, how's it going? All right, let's start off with a song. Let's start us off with a song. Here we go. All right. What's up, everyone? Greetings. I'm fresh back from North Texas. I'm a little sleep deprived because we did drive and left yesterday morning. Drove straight through 24 hours. And so I'm keeping myself awake because I want to go to bed on time tonight and wake up in the morning. And yeah. So I might not be as energetic as I normally am, but we're gonna have some fun tonight. Wanted to show you guys some stuff I got from North Texas and see how this goes. I think Chris is gonna jump on here in a minute. I gotta make sure he's got the link. Let me see. Get him linked. So yeah, how's everybody doing? So let me see. We got Valmar Kleber here, DM Greg from Advanced Fantasy Games. We have Yimison. Greetings, my fellow sophisticates. And Drag is here too. Yes, buddy Drag. Let me send this over to Chris real quick. We're gonna hound him for, well, not hound him because he had a very good reason not to be there, but definitely he was missed there. Definitely was missed there. So yeah, you guys, thanks for jumping on. It's our normal Monday night live stream. Did not want to do it because do it every Monday and definitely want to keep up that tradition. But let me see. Here comes Chris here. There he is. Oh, Chris, you're gonna have to change your name there. It says Terry Orr, the Carefree Cleric.
Oh, I can do this.
But I mean, we can call you that tonight.
Whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just probably gonna do about an hour show. Yeah, I want to go through some stuff, show you guys some things, talk about the con a little bit. Chris did miss it this year for a very, very good reason. For very reason, right?
Yes.
I don't know if it's a good reason, but it's definitely.
It's not something you want to write home to mother about. No.
Yeah. But so yeah, you were definitely missed. A lot of people asked about you, and
like 3.
Yeah, there's a couple. A lot of people. I would say more than 2 is a lot, right? Right, guys? Is it more than 2 a lot? Several. Matthew Sherwin.
Good old man.
I know it's Sherman, but I always say Sherwin because I have a buddy named Sherwin, and he maybe he's watching, but that was really cool. That was really cool to game with Matt too.
Yeah, that's good people.
I got to game with Matt was there, Mark the Shark was there, and a couple of they were both in one of my Bootial games. So it was just really cool to people that are I don't know if that's the right word, in the chat, and we're chatting back and forth a lot, and on Facebook and here and things. It's just really cool to kind of because I had met you, Matt, before, but like Mark, it was the first time. That was his first North Texas. It was a lot of people that had their first con there. It was their first year, and yeah, it was pretty fun.
I wanted to ask you too, Angelo, because I heard a lot about this. Evidently, there was an entire hill of booty. Something about that I heard.
Entire hill of
no, a big hill made of booty.
Oh, I don't know.
That. No, you didn't hear about that?
No. I must have missed that one.
Yeah, something about an event on that, but. I think that was in terms of like treasure and loot rather than other types of booty.
A lot of booty, like that kind of booty. I went right to the gutter when you said booty. So
well, I expected you to. That's all right. And so then you would reply, "I have no knowledge of that, Senator." Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have no knowledge of it.
Senator,
no knowledge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip the chat around because this is going to. A message alignment. There we go. It starts from the bottom because I'm looking over on this over here. Let me see. So let me see who's here right now. So yes, Valmar Cleaver, DM Greg, Advanced Fantasy Games, Jamison, Dreg, Matthew Sherman, the one and only who played in my Bootial game and was I think you were on the law side, right? Were you? Yeah, you were. Yeah. You were one of the lawful people in the game. Yeah, it was a really fun game. And Mark the Shark's daughter Gracie, who is now hooked on North Texas, and will both of them had a great time. And yeah, she's like, I need to come to this every year. Yeah. She decided to get some dynamite and. Yeah, and not just one stick of dynamite, but the saloon partook in a bundle of six sticks of dynamite. So it was really fun to do the math for the damage. The weirdest thing that happened in that, everybody on the outskirts of the building died, right? Most everybody, but the bartender who was behind a wall in the back room of the saloon lived.
Just because he got a good roll, or
the dice told the story. He must have been behind some type of I don't know. He was in that room, and I couldn't believe it because he was only like 4 or 5 inches from the blast, the center point, but. It's very weird, but yeah, it's how the dice rolled. Law Dogs. Yes, you were Morgan and Virgil. That's right. Yes. Kudos to the crew that went out attending cons, playing games is a lot to help the attention of our community. Yeah, dude, it was a really, really fun time. Stephen Kennedy, good to see you. He says, "Oh yeah." Matthew Sherman, you were the Law Dogs, parenting done right. Yes, dude, that was super cool. It was actually when she walked over to me and told me what she was going to do, I was just like, oh my God, here we go. It seems like a Bootial game always, you've seen and played in some of my Bootial games or in Allen's or someone, I know you have, or versions of it. It always starts out very well, except for a couple games that I played in. It always starts very slow. Everybody's just kind of, we don't know each other. Well, I don't know if I should shoot first. And then next thing you know, it's a bloodbath.
Right.
And then somebody pulls out a stick of dynamite. Yeah. So
it's all fun and games till somebody pulls out a stick of dynamite. it brings, when we did the Wild West War Pigs rules, I have troop types in the game. and one of them is the greenhorn, right? He's good at nothing. But it's a like free troop type. You can get as many as you want for free. Okay, you still have to outfit him with a gun or something. But so it was a hole in the rules. You can't make anything free because 0 and infinity are both infinite numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the guys playtesting bought all greenhorns, loaded them up with dynamite, and then just would walk up to the other players in the game and go like, "Hey, mister, have you seen this?" And then just blow themselves up.
Yeah.
And take the other guy with him. It was very, I don't know, it was very, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we fixed that.
Yeah. Western War Pigs is your
Wild West. Yes, Wild West.
Wild West War Pig. And I think I have a copy over here, but
I sent you a PDF.
I do have. And maybe in a second I'll bring it out.
But that's for the really cheap figs,
Yeah, I mean, you can use that in any. I mean, yeah, just miniatures. Yeah.
Where did you see my Wild West town though? Because it had to be in 52 millimeter.
Yes, got to be big. Got to be big. Yeah, Matt. Mark the Shark's daughter was the master.
Now, is she the one that was on the live show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Having it was really cool that she was having a great time. I'm really I was very, very excited to play with to run a game for her. I think that was her first Bootial game too, and she was good. So yeah, it was the 18th annual North Texas RPG convention. Like I said, I made it back, you guys, alive and well. I drove 24 hours straight. I think it was about 23 plus hours. I did have help, so we split it in half. Not really. I'd be lying if I said we split it in half. But made it back this morning here at leaving pretty. I think we left around noon yesterday and got here at about 11:30. So yeah, almost 24 hours.
You were missing the cat.
And I missed my cat. Yeah, man, he's sleeping now, but he was super vocal. Like,
where have you
he
been?
let me know he was not happy that I was gone for a whole week. Animals, they miss you.
Well, and a week to a cat is forever, dude.
Yeah, I wonder if it is. Yeah. It's not just like this, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If that was maybe 6.5 feet long and still the same narrowness at the middle.
So Chris, I want to show some cool stuff that I got at North Texas. Well, first of all, please. And this is for the channel. So I told you guys I was going to get Alan to sign a couple copies of things and then give them away here. So I did decide that for this month, I am going to give, in honor of Alan, I am going to give a play copy of Ghost Tower. So this will be the raffle for this. It is a play copy. It's been written in, actually, a lot of highlighting and stuff, but
it's been written in by Alan now too.
Look at that!
Holy cow!
Yeah. So it'd be a signed copy of Ghost Tower that I will put right here. And you know what I'll do right now? Let me see. Do I have a piece? I do. This is the month of June, right? The month of June. So I'm going to write on here.
I wish it was May, but it's June. Yeah.
June give away. And so you guys, it's official. This will be for June. All right. So that's kind of cool. I think, sign those of you guys that hopefully somebody that wins it that hasn't had the opportunity to meet and he was actually called this week, and he was called the GOAT, which obviously he really loved. Those of you guys that watched the show on Saturday, you saw Blair was there, the one and only Our Lady Lordship Blair, who played in her first D&D game that he ran, this one right here. And she referred to him as the GOAT. So
And not because he bleats.
Yeah.
But he is the greatest of all time.
There you go. It's the greatest of all time.
Certainly a shaper of the game. I think that goes without saying, but yeah.
Yeah. Mark the Shark. Oh, there you are, buddy. We're just talking about you and Gracie. Mark says, okay, my wife is telling me I was gone for 5 days. I have to go eat with her. Catch y'all later. Had a great time at the convention. Of course, man. Yeah. And it was really cool to meet you in person. Number one, it was great to meet your lovely daughter, Gracie, and it was also great to play in the Boot Hill game with you guys. It was so much fun, and we hung out pretty tough, and yeah, love it, super awesome. Matthew says my dogs were very unhappy when we picked him up at the vet. Yeah. Matt was. Matt had his lovely wife with him too, who I met. Awesome person. And those dogs, I bet you were pretty pissed.
Dogs are sure that
I don't know about
after a day, dogs are sure they're never going to see you again. So
yeah. That's a stinky, that's a horrible thing, because they probably feel that way, you know. Let me see here. Agile Monk is here. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man? He says Mark started Gracie, the queen of TNT. Was awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a great title to give her.
Yeah, we need a t-shirt.
The queen
you got to give that girl a t-shirt. Yeah.
All right, let me write that down. That's a really good Gracie.
What are you going to give to Blair then? Duchess of TNT?
Well, she's the Lady Lordship. So
TNT. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The queen of, and that's the other thing. It was kind of a interesting. It was kind of interesting because Blair played in the second game of Boot Hill, and she went but didn't succeed in getting it. She went to go get some dynamite at the gunsmith, and somebody killed her before she got there. But why were all the women going after dynamite?
You don't have to know how to fire a gun?
I don't know.
Was that sexist? I think it might.
I have no idea. All I know there's a theme going on there. Yeah. So
my daughter knows how to shoot, but my wife, no.
Okay, here we go. So Blair's here. Yeah, she says Dash almost imploded. He was so happy. Yeah, he was super happy when
so for the first couple hours you got home, you wore him as a hat.
Yeah, he would not leave my side, and he wanted to talk to me for couple hours straight, and then finally passed out, and I'm sure he'll be up in a little bit. So Agile says ha 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 Blair, and Matthew says hey Agile, hey Blair, hey Greg. Blair, on the other side of the coin, he was so angry from the absence. He did. He went to the bathroom and some of my potted vegetables out on the deck. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually good.
Well, because he doesn't go to the bathroom in his box.
Right.
He goes outside in the wild. And so he's used to digging in dirt.
Well, he probably didn't realize though that that's actually good for your plants.
Yeah. So the one he did it in was cantaloupe, so they're just kind of starting to come up. So we're gonna have Cat tasting cantaloupe. So I'm good at naming folks. Yeah, you are, Agile, because we prefer efficiency. Yes, and because Alan told me to. Yeah, so that's why you did it, Alan, because Alan did come in at that time for that Boot Hill game you were in, and he put you up to getting the dynamite.
Can I share some relationship advice?
Yes, what's that?
Okay, when Blair first tastes the cantaloupe, and I imagine she'll have an opportunity to sometime once they're ripe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And says, "Why does your cantaloupe taste like cat shit?" Don't ask her how she knows what cat shit tastes like. Just don't. Don't go there.
Yes, the infamous payback to let you know that better never go away again. Yes.
Hey, Jimmy.
Valimar does bring up the lady of the lordship or lord of the ladyship. Yes. And we have an agreement. And then Agile is going to correct us all and say, Lady Blair, lovely and enduring lordship of the DM and friends. Okay. That's a good one, dude. Yeah, that's a super good one. Blair, hi, Val Cleaver says hi. Hey there, Val. Okay, a lot of hi back. Yeah, good. I'm glad you guys are all here, man. Jameson says, I see all the usual suspects. Yes, we're all here. Yes, always an honor. Blair, after that drive, the enduring title odds hard earned. Yeah, that was a crazy, and I will say she drove most of the way here. I will not tell you the percentage, but it was pretty high. Yeah, it was pretty high. So, and
now Matt's got that Kickstarter going on right now, doesn't he?
Who's that?
Matt Sherman, isn't he the one with the Kickstarter on right now? The hillbilly. Oh, good Lord! No, and I backed it, but that's wrong, Matt. I might have the wrong Matt.
Yeah. I'm not aware of that one, okay. But I do have another one that I want to bring up since you mentioned Kickstarters. You guys, we all know the one and only Agile Monk. Go ahead and if you have not checked this out, scan the code there for the wondrous and dangerous consortiums of Zendria World and Lore book. So check that out, guys. I think we need another to get this over the hump. We're about 2/3 plus there. So, and X amount of days still left, but you guys grab that, and I'll actually get the link and put it in too. But share it with your other buddies out there. Gaming groups, all that stuff. Let me see if I can bring it. Yeah, there it is. I got it. There's this. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick, guys.
Well, there he goes.
But yeah, there it is right there. Somebody scanned the QR code. I love it. I'll bring it back up in a little bit. Yeah. So. Oh man, there's a lot of chat. You guys, I'm gonna fall behind on the chat. Sorry, guys. Back Agile's on the first day. That's right, Valimar. Thank you. Oh my goodness, Dan, the final arbiter is here. I got to meet Dan too. He was there. We did a 4 a.m. Denny's one of the nights there.
Whoa.
Yeah, you guys are crazy. We were up pretty late a couple of the nights there. Dan, it was really cool to meet you in person. Just like Mark the Shark, it was really cool. I mean, I met so many people for the first time. Or just putting faces to names and stuff like that. It was really cool.
A big gaggle of them is going to head over to EggCon as well, but we'll see.
Yeah. I know. Like Dan, you'll be there. You're going to be there, Chris. I'll be there. Blair's going to be there. A bunch of people. Yes. Yeah. 4 a.m. Denny's run in 20 years. You haven't had a 4 a.m. Denny's run in 20 years. Yeah. Well, now you can't say that because now it's only been a couple days.
Yeah. We used to knock off gaming at 2 and then head to Denny's and continue gaming at Denny's. They didn't like that at Denny's, but whatever,
Yeah. Going back here, yeah, Blair says, you're a warrior. You drove quite a bit, so I will say you are a warrior for sure. Matt Sherman says, my man Dan, the final arbiter. Yep. Is it arbiter or arbiter?
Arbiter
or arbiter?
Arbiter.
It's an arbiter.
I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Jamison says, Blair, much respect for sharing the drive. Used to drive from Plentywood, Montana to Roswell, New Mexico on a regular for work. Stone bugger of a drive. Yeah, it was pretty gnarly, and there was a lot of construction on the road too, which made it like you're going 80, 85, so and then it slows down to 70, 65, 55, 35 for a good 8 miles. You know what I mean? It's just horrible.
Are you
Angelo says, you folks are so kind and awesome. I'm truly thankful for you all and the kindness that you've shown, amazing support. Well, we love you, Angelo, and we definitely we want to all do what we can to we're all family here. So
enrich and expand the hobby.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. I
could be a writer.
Yeah, Dan says it was cool to meet you and Blair as well. Angelo, looking forward to hanging. Yeah, it's gonna be ACON's gonna be fun. That's gonna be the next thing on the horizon we're gonna talk a lot about. So, and I actually just started putting together all my stuff, my one-page dungeon, my things for the game I'm running there. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Chris didn't go. No, he didn't. Agile, he missed it. Jimison, I drive for work.
We drive down every year.
Overachiever, don't care. Yes, ACON is going to be a blast for you all. Yes. I'll be going all night, degenerate all night.
Jimison has got it.
Blair is the GOAT. Look at this.
And you're gonna put up with letting people say that about your erstwhile girlfriend. I don't know.
Whoa! What did you? Oh yeah. Here we go. What was that? Demos and okay. Here's a question, Valimar. You said, what is that? Demos and Devil's Kickstarter you mentioned the past weekend. All I was able to find was the OSC backer kit one. Here, I'll bring that up for you, dude. I think it just closed. It funded. That was with Casey Christopherson and a couple other heads over there. Let me see if I can bring that up.
Well, he's doing that. Dan, yes, he's going to EggCon as a special guest. I will be there. I never miss an EggCon. Of course, there's only been like 3 of them, so that's not a whole big bragging thing, but yeah. Because my good friend Donna and Eric are there, so yeah.
Are you talking about this, Valmar, the Dimension Delver's Guide to Demons and Devils? Let me know if that's what you're talking about. Scan that if that's what you're looking for. I'll give you the this is on backer kit. Let me know if that's what you're referring to. Dark Eagle Games, you gave out a free adventure on Patreon today. It is 5e. Awesome, dude. It's very cool. Matt Schuren. Oh my God, I'm so behind in these. You guys are awesome in the comments. Love you guys. Oh, Shellback is here. Shellback. And by the way, Dark Eagle Games, you are at edge of getting funded before time as you cross the promotion Discord. Welcome. I don't think I've seen your name on here before, but welcome and good to see you and thanks for being here. Yes. God. Okay, so let me do some show and tell. Chris, you ready for some show and tell?
I was born ready for show and
tell. Okay. Yes. So, like I said, this is going to be the giveaway for this month. So the last Thursday we're going to do the giveaway. I wrote that on here. It's signed by Alan Hammock. Well, I actually had another copy, and I got that signed by him too. Look at that. And I'm not sure if I'll hang on to this or I will. This will go in the pile.
Okay, that one's not going to wind up being a promotion.
Well, I have another one too. This will be my 4th copy of this. So.
That's signed by Alan?
Yeah. I know.
What do you do?
I'm a weirdo.
What do you do if the first 4 are lost in a nuclear holocaust?
Yes. So, well, it wouldn't be back to back. You know what I mean? I'll spread it out. Maybe, yeah. So, anyway,
I have 4 copies of my old print stuff.
Yeah.
One.
So I also saw it fitting, and I realized I didn't have him sign this before, but A3 by the lovely Alan Hammock. So I got him to do that for me really quick. Yep. He's like, I'm like, Now, because I did talk with him, and he was gonna actually run this at EggCon, and so I looked, and it's not listed. So I need to let him know that I don't see it listed. So he's gonna have to talk to Heidi.
When he signed it, did it drain him?
No.
I thought everything in that module drained you, but
Oh, this module?
Yeah.
No.
We haven't been that far.
This is a brutal one, though.
Yeah.
This is where you. Well, I won't give it. I guess it's old enough to where it's not a spoiler alert, right? I think at the end of this, you're captured, right? Dreg, correct me if I'm wrong. Please Google it and find out. Yeah.
Oh, he just knows it. He won't have to Google.
Troy Allen. Troy Allen. Thanks for streaming while you're in North Texas for those who couldn't be live. Yeah, I should have done a better job of it. And the Wi-Fi there freaking sucked, especially on the second stream I did. I wanted to do some going around the dealer room like I did at Page. And, I'll do that for EggCon because I think that's fun. You go around talking to people and, so I'll do that at EggCon one day. But I feel like I didn't do the best that I could have over there, but thank you for that. Thanks for letting me know that you enjoyed it. I think that's every con I go to, I want to do live streams from, and it was kind of cool that as people were walking by, just grab them. I mean, Steve Marsh came and sat down. I got Gary over there. Chris Holmes kind of came over, a bunch of those are the people that I kind of remember. There was so many other people that came by, but yeah. So, but it's really neat to kind of go walk around and maybe you go talk to Darlene, which leads me into this next thing, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, thank you for that. It makes me, it gives me a little fire to do it better next time. So thanks so much. So Chris, I got my folio, right? And this is the better copy of my folio that I have. The other one's really frayed and beat up and old.
Used.
So used. And that's really my play-ish copy. But a lot of people don't really know this, but Mr. Hammock did the foreword, and a lot of he's talked about it, but I got him to sign my folio.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. So there's a theme there, Alan. I literally dumped a pile of stuff on him, and he just, yeah. Anyways, and so check this out, guys. So, Darlene was there, and I love Darlene, and I dumped a bunch of stuff off at her to sign too. So, my Greyhawk maps, which one of many copies that I have. I don't know why I have so many copies of this. Others upside down. And I won't open both of them, but I'm gonna get these framed because she signed on the bottom here. If you see that.
Oh,
Darlene, yeah. So, and these are the glossy ones. So
is that part of your official Greyhawk world now? Can we go visit the island?
Yes.
I'd like to
do that.
I think that's cool.
So both of those got those signed by her, which is super cool. She's so awesome. But I do want to show you guys something else that I am extremely excited about, and now I can't find it.
While you look, Shellback, I wanted to mention, because he's getting he got a tetanus shot, now his shoulder's killing him. I actually dislocated my shoulder and broke my collarbone once, but regardless, during the healing process, I got one of these tetanus shots. It can attack the there's little tiny sacs in there that lubricate the joint. The tetanus virus, which is dead when they inject you, can still screw up your little sacs in there. And so you're rubbing bone on bone. And yeah, that'll give you at least a 5+. So definitely go in and see somebody. Anyway, I worry like a dad. What can I say? And evidently it was bad enough, my mentioning it, that Angelo cast invisibility. Oh no, there he is. Okay.
Yeah. I'm looking for one. Well, I'll be right back.
And Dark Eagle, yes. I kind of remember you being there. Yes, I do. And I'm old. I don't remember a lot. So Although it was a real bummer missing
Oh,
North Texas. My favorite.
okay. So this is, I just found it. It rolled under my chair and I just rolled over it and broke it. Okay. So
Really?
good, Angelo. So part of my entry to the town, right, has got, this,
right. Yeah.
and I forget what they call these in the Old West. It's kind of a gateway that, ranches usually will have them entering and Drag, maybe you can tell us what it is. But yeah, Ignatius stopped by too. That was really, yep. Okay, so let me explain this real quick. So I didn't have anything written on here, and I was like, oh wow, okay. So I went over and I can't remember if I got the idea or somebody told me, So I went over and asked Darlene, could you pencil that in, or not pen? She inked it. Can you write that on there?
Gorgeous. Holy cow.
She totally did it. Look at her penmanship. So awesome.
Yes.
But so this is the entrance to my Old West town. But look at this.
Oh.
I mean, that's pretty cool, dude.
That's pretty cool, dude. Yes.
Yeah. So, and for those of you guys to know, this is a real town in California
that Angelo bought
in our family.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I thought that's pretty cool. So that was awesome that she penned that in and signed it. And
it is. Yeah.
And I got a couple of prints from her. I don't know if you guys see me when I do the videos, and back there's a couple prints that I've gotten from her in the past. Well, this is one I got also.
Beautiful.
And this is sorry. Wrong one. Yeah. That's not her. This one right here is nice. Her newest. Owlbear. Look at that. You like the owlbear? Yeah. And then also got this one, and this one actually probably shouldn't say that. Yeah, Darlene did this one. It's pretty cool. So I got two more I'm going to frame, put up. But this one pulled the wrong one. I didn't realize I was pulling this out. Got this one from Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that. It's pretty awesome. So
I didn't like it when we ran into it, but yeah, I'm liking the picture. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You didn't like it when you got attacked by one. I always try to at North Texas. There's a really good collection of artists there, including Diesel's there. You got Lloyd there. You got Darlene's always
Jay Shields is over there.
A couple others. I'm horrible with names, but I always try to get something. Elmore used to go there quite a bit, and he doesn't go anymore. But I've got, that's where I got. Let me see if I can.
Larry told me he was retired.
Yeah. That's where I got these. Yeah, those. Anyways. Yeah. So, anyways, that's the art that I got from there. Check these out for you BX lovers. Let me see. Gracie Brooks is here. And she says, hey.
Okay.
You little pyro.
She's not that little.
Okay. No. Yeah.
Petite, perhaps.
Yeah. So we have two people on here that like to use dynamite. That's interesting. Yeah, Dan, the Wi-Fi did suck in North Texas. It seems like cons don't have great Wi-Fi, and I don't know. It's yep, Darlene, the Darlene of Greyhawk. Yeah, Darlene of Greyhawk. Darlene, yes, Darlene of yes, that's who it was. Does Earl Otis make it to cons these days? Headless. By the way, good to see you, Headless. Isn't that weird? Good to see you, Headless.
Well, there's people I would put in that category, but
that's it does. That is yours. Does Earl Otis make it to cons these days? I mean, I think so. Him. Yeah. I gamed with him at GaryCon, I think, and that was years back. That had to have been 2018.
Isn't he from Iowa? I think. Does he live out in Iowa?
Yeah.
So it's about 7 hours from Iowa to GaryCon.
Yeah.
I had probably 14 down to NTRPG. And actually, Elmore does not do cons anymore. I was told, I called Larry to ask him for a favor, and he said, "No, Chris, I can't do that for you."
Yeah, he doesn't do commissions anymore. He doesn't do appearances.
He's still got his tea bucket. That much I can tell you.
Yeah. I was very fortunate that I got to meet him several times and
he's a stitch.
Get stuff from him, and really cool dude. It's funny. He's from Kentucky, right? Yeah. Oh, good old Kentucky boy.
Well, we originally met in the Smokers Lounge at Gen Con when it was in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
He was sitting outside having a cigarette, and I thought, that's Larry Elmore. I should go say hi.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago. Long time ago.
That's a couple of things. So those of you guys that like BX there, I think what was his name? Okay. Grumpy Wizard, I think. Grumpy Wizard was selling these over there, which are super. This is super handy for. I was like, wow, for cons.
Yep.
The sheets, rip sheets for characters.
Yep.
Thought these were super awesome and useful. I need one for AD&D, but yeah.
And Valimir, you are correct. The hotel does not pay for T1 service, and they frankly could probably use it.
For what?
For the Wi-Fi. Most hotels don't have T1, and as a result, when there's so many people on it, almost everybody in the room is on the Wi-Fi. It really loads the system.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
And I'm sure they run a spooler too, where it's basically everyone gets a little throttled because the hotel's ability to access their database has to come first.
Yeah. So in the bags, because usually North Texas you get a bag, right? Like kind of a swag bag. So this was this year's swag bag.
I thought that was just your dice bag.
And then there's a miniature dice bag that comes with it too. Here's that guy. I have a drawer full of these from every year. I think I showed him when I had Gary on here. But anyways, they stuffed them with stuff like this, a bunch of Reaper paints, and Reaper also did a North Texas
cool.
I guess an exclusive. Is that what you would call it? Mm-hmm. North Texas exclusive, which is kind of this. If you can see it very well, you can see it pretty good, I guess. Yeah, there you go. Kind of cool. I'm gonna paint this guy, see what's up with it. But the interesting thing that, and you'll appreciate this. Dan. Yep. Earl Otis was at GaryCon. Yeah, that's where I met him. So it was the 50th year anniversary year for Bunnies and Burrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was a big thing. Like all the serving girls were wearing their bunny ears.
Were they wearing the little tail things too? Or?
I didn't look. I don't look at that.
Are you sure you were at like a Hyatt, not at like in California?
No. It looks like an elf warrior I had in the day, Shellback. I don't think this was this is some kind of like a, God, I don't really know. I'll have to paint. I'll paint him and I'll show you guys. It's kind of like a magic user with it. See, he has a skull. I would say like a necromancer of some sort.
Yes.
He's got a skull in his hand. Kind of
well, we can't ask
interesting little. Yeah. Let me see. It looks like an elf warrior has been it's not wenches, not girls. Okay, yeah. So the wenches, the serving wenches. Yeah, there's that.
If you have all of those little dice bags, you can make Dash a few NTRPG Con t-shirts.
Ah.
Just cut some little leg holes and
Yeah. I'll show you guys shirts in a minute. So because of that, they also gave an exclusive miniature for Bunnies and Burrows.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and which reminded me about, like one of the players in our group had a familiar. So I'm like, oh my God, this was perfect.
Yeah.
Well, there's several variations of this too. This is one. Don't ask me how I got 3 of them, but I have 3, so I probably have 3
Do
separate.
you own a gun? Okay.
No, I just am not going to admit that they accidentally put many in my swag bag. I think this is a different.
Of course they put them.
Yeah, so this would be another kind of different pose or whatever. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna paint these, and they're great for familiars because the hair we had in our group, right? A hair, it was a lot bigger than the average hair, so it probably will fit pretty well with a 28 millimeter.
Do you have any mules for your town?
Mules? Oh yeah.
Because then you could position the hair right under the mule, and somebody could have a wild hair up there. Never mind. All right.
A wild hair up the mule?
Yes, there you go.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. I like that, Chris.
Having my mom turn my NTRPG shoulder bag into a throw pillowcase.
It ripped it. I mean, turn it up. Yeah. Okay. I like that. Dan. He would not allow it to be put on. Interesting. Miss you at North Texas. Mark the Shark says, miss you. Blair says, no. Chris, no cottontails. I suggested it. Sons of.
I think she meant some, but that's right.
Yeah. What? The pillow? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's kind of neat. Those were kind of the things in the swag bag, of course, the hand sanitizer, which I haven't heard of anybody getting sick, so that's a good thing. No concrete yet.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean, it's Texas, so
What are you trying to say about Texas?
Hey.
Yes, they have
hay. They do it right. They do it right in Texas.
Of course, they have hay. Oh. And I'm not.
So
my face hilarious. Tired.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I'm trying to think. There were some other things I wanted to show you guys, but I don't remember where they're at. Anyway, so yeah, so so Dan was there causing a lot of ruckus, 4 a.m. ruckus. God, there was just so many people that it was really cool to put a face to a name to a face to a name. Yeah. And
just be in there.
We did have the Friday night beer, buckets of beer thing that we had, Friday night, which was pretty awesome. It was Tenkar and myself kind of put together some, just to get everybody together. And that was pretty fun. We had a pretty good turnout for that. The bar, I think those of you guys have been there, the bar's a happening spot in the evening.
Yep.
And it, Dan, you really believe that, huh?
He did not have a good time at the auction. I'm sensing this.
I'm sensing, yeah. That's what's it's a freaking armpit. That's what Texas is.
I like Texas.
I do too. I love it. Yeah. One of the nights, Saturday night, right before I did the stream, I went over. My aunt and uncle live about an hour away, so I went over there for a lasagna dinner, and my cousins were there, and that was kind of fun too. Made it back in time, and then went to the midnight auction. Yeah, definitely. If any of you guys have never been to the midnight auction, it is kind of interesting.
It's a performance piece. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely, yeah. Mm-hmm. There was only one thing I bid on, and it was Fugly did a painting of Gary Oliver.
Oh.
And he was somebody posted it on Facebook, and he was sitting there with a harem of female dressed in, kind of that belly dancer kind of
filmy stuff.
Yeah.
Dance of the Seven Veils.
And he was surrounded by a bunch of badgers.
Yes.
So if you guys know the joke from last year, that was pretty good. I almost caught him in one, but he caught it before anybody that would really kind of go crazy with it. But I caught him on another misspelling, which is crazy because I misspell so much, all the time. But I thought you would appreciate this. I'm just going to come out with it. I don't care.
And Blair,
he won't kill me for it. But on the tickets for the auction, and a lot of people don't know this because he literally changed it right before he started giving them out.
Satin's midnight auction. I think I've seen her OnlyFans channel, Satin. Yeah.
Satin's midnight auction. I thought that was hilarious, dude. And I pointed it out, and then he was like, "Oh, give me that back," because I know he didn't want Bad Mike to see that, so because that would have wouldn't have seen the end of that. But
now, Dan, would you have asked Tankar to sign the hair?
What's that?
Well, Dan, the final arbiter, was saying that he almost won a lock of Tankar's hair, and I was just wondering, how you get him to sign that.
Yeah, that was something that was auctioned off because.
Now it was this hair, right?
Yeah. It was from his head. Yes, that head, not the other. Yeah, but that was pretty funny. Jim does not run the auction. To be honest with you, Agile, it's Bad Mike runs it. Jim makes an appearance, but he does not run it like the other cons. Yeah.
Good plan.
Nothing bad happened. It just was unaware. Yeah. Dan, I kind of caught that you were there. You were sitting in front of me a couple of rows. Yeah. You almost won a lock of Tankar's hair. I saw you bidding on some stuff, Matt, right? What did you did you win any items or anything from there? Posted them on Discord. Yep. Lock Tinker. Wow. Hey, Chris Carlton Webb, the one and only. Cheers. Finger stinks. Thanks for jumping on. He says, "Does Blair smell like Chris looks?"
What are we talking? Rode hard and put away wet. What are we talking?
Elaborate on that one.
Yes.
Jim runs the regular. Yes, the regular auction. Yeah. Not the midnight auction. Midnight auction is
Satan's or Satin's, evidently.
Yeah, Satin. The man Satin. Yeah, that could have been a.
I sat in something once. Yeah.
You sat in something? Yeah.
Once. Yeah. Had to throw those pants away. That's Yeah. Thank God I was wearing pants.
So now that North Texas is behind us, even though it's in front of us again, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they'll want events.
I'm going to start concentrating on my games in EggCon, which is I'm running two AD&D games based on my campaign, and I got to flesh some stuff out. And I just made the decision today. I was going to use the old, I don't know if you guys have seen character sheets like.
Well, I'm betting Blair smells like roses. So
yeah. I usually was going to do. I usually use these for a con, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go since I'm an AD&D raw.
You're gonna go goldenrod.
I am gonna go goldenrod. So everybody's gonna get a goldenrod.
Psychic awareness. It's,
Yeah. Well, you're good. You're super good. Yes, Blair. I think it was yep. I think it was a joke.
So the way Chris looks is a joke. I understand.
I think yeah, he looks is a joke. Yeah, okay. I showered and dyed more peach nectar. Okay, interesting. I like that. So yeah, I'm putting all that together, Chris. And so I got my stuff all ready to.
And you're working on your 3D diorama for the temple?
No, I'm not doing a 3D diorama. I've got a map that I might lay out on the table. But I'm creating my my PCs out of the Rogues Gallery.
I believe it's pronounced
pull them
Ragyu.
straight out of it.
Yeah.
I have to make 10 PCs. And here's my adventure. Look at that. 1-page dungeon. See that? 1-page dungeon.
Just let them use our characters.
Oh no.
You've got those character sheets.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to try a totally different. Yeah.
Because of the prayer bead. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to do that. Yimson, take care, man. Thanks for being here, and talk to you later, dude. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of getting all that together. I'm gonna be creating some PCs from the Dragon magazine. So I want to use some. I'm gonna have a duelist in there. I'm gonna have a couple different types of paladins. One other type.
So the party will be totally OP.
I want to use the bard from Dragon magazine. I also want to use bounty hunter. So when people come to the game, they'll have classes of that are. There's also going to be a fighter. There'll be a magic user, a thief, that kind of stuff. But there'll be some interesting other ones in there that I'm going to put in there. So. Yeah.
Lilies are actually, they're traditional at funerals. I don't know how you got that backwards, but that's backwards. Roses are, I care about you and I want to marry you. And lilies are, gosh, it was great the time we shared together and I'm sorry you're gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's,
Valimar, Angelo, you should do a diorama for Blazing Saddle.
Now, there's a good starter for a Boot Hill adventure. Is a guy rides into town with his saddle on fire. People be expecting jokes, and instead it's this totally dead serious adventure.
Yep. Yeah, I get it, Valimar. You're saying Blazing Saddles. Yeah, that might be interesting. Yeah, so. Instead of driving every year, I did start a conversation with Gary about of dropping my stuff there somehow, like shipping it or drop shipping it somehow, or Jeff drives from California. I might give that to him because I see him before the con. So I'm not sure, but I'm not going to do that drive again. I'm going to just continue to fly like I normally did.
Are you doing Gamehole or Page?
I'm doing Page.
Okay, is that the one that you'll have after EggCon? Is that your next one after EggCon?
Yeah.
I can bring your stuff to Page for you if you want. Leave it with me, but then you won't have it to play with at home.
Yeah, but the problem with that is how do I get it to you?
I believe you'll see me at EggCon.
Yeah, but how would I bring it to EggCon?
I don't
Same
know.
predicament. Same predicament.
I presumed that you were, but I could be wrong, I guess.
Whoa. One of the best comments I've ever seen, ever.
Mm-hmm. Which is?
Goth girls make the world go round.
And non-goth girls make the world go square.
Yeah, I agree. Whoa, what happened here? That is a very true statement. Our Lady Lordship Blur, and I probably have the title wrong. Just like encapsulating.
Agile's at it again. That's what you're seeing.
Oh God, Agile's at it again. Gracie Brooks laughing. Vanilla is the natural aphrodisiac for men.
We should get Agile some embroidered undergarments that say right on there, #1 supporter, DM Angelo and friends. You
know, Agile, love you, buddy. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the Pale Emperor. I can't pronounce this one. Woo, try to pronounce this name, Chris.
Petra.
Petrar's
Van. Oh my God, no.
Wow.
Vanimir Golubik.
Yeah.
I think it's
Rich the Agent, Scorcherer, Kelabode. Yeah. You guys all have a 1 month free gifted membership from the one and only Agile. Thank you so much for doing that, dude. That's really very kind of you. I really appreciate it. And if one way to, I'll just say this, one way to support the channel, guys, is to become a channel member. So you can do that for as little as $1.99 a month.
Completely.
And there she is. How are you?
I went back to work.
Wow. So you're doing you're doing terrible.
Right? Rough day.
You doing well?
Oh no. Okay.
Well, I will say that your name came up quite a bit at North Texas, yours and Chris's. So
much more than me.
Yeah.
People are actually concerned about you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, good to see you. Good to see you.
Too. Good night.
I'll see you soon, actually, in about a month.
Yep.
A little bit over a month.
If you're not asleep when I get up there, stress relief. That's all I'm saying. Right. Okay.
Yeah. I did see JoJo there too, by the way, and he said, "I said, are you going to AidCon?" And he says, "I don't know." So.
Sacrilege.
Oh. Yeah. So he mentioned your name. I don't know. So just say no.
Who's this JoJo guy, honey? No, never mind. Sorry.
But Agile, thank you so much. And yeah, if you choose to accept the mission, that is one of the best ways to well, it's a way to support the channel. But besides subscribing and hitting the like button on videos, commenting, guys, is a big one too. And you can also, if you're watching from mobile, hype videos. But all those things, the YouTube's loves. So if you guys could do that, please do. But becoming a member, it's got some perks. Go check out on the channel description. You'll see some of the
monthly giveaway too.
Yeah, the monthly giveaway is only for members. You have Lord, Superhero, and Hero levels. There's some things in there for y'all. So thank you so much, Agile, for that. And I will, and like I said, I want to bring this up. I do want to bring this up for Agile's Kickstarter one more time for you guys here now and for the rewatchers. This is the Kickstarter that's a little over 2/3 there. Wondrous and Dangerous Consortiums.
And back it or wish that you had.
Zendria World and Lore book. There's so much good meat in there. And if you want to know more about it, click on there. And there's some download links too for some samples. And a lot of cool stuff. So check that out, guys. Scan that code and I'll put the link one more time in here. There it is. Yeah, check that out, guys. Check that out. All right. Okay, back to some of the comments. The sheriff is near. Thank you, Agile. Blair, I try to avoid aphrodisiacs and men together.
But I can't wear coconut because Marcia's allergic. But
Oh my God. Angelo agrees with you. Yes. In wow, Roy Loveday, how in the heck are you doing today?
He's had more sleep than you.
Yes. Yeah. I need sleep. Mark the Shark says, good choice, Agile Monk. Yeah, that's a horror. Yeah, try to avoid. Yes, Blair says, please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, if you guys are watching right now, do me a favor, hit the like button. Let's all do it right now. I'll do it.
I can't do it.
Boom, I just did it.
I don't have a like button.
Congrats on the quick recovery.
Yes, he's doing very well. Still in cardiac rehab, but doing real good. So,
yeah, that is really good that she's doing well. That's crazy. She's back to work. Because what was it, 3 weeks ago?
2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 weeks and a couple days. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, those of you guys that don't know that are watching right now, Chris's lovely wife, who was just here. Are you okay with me saying this?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. She had a heart attack, and they put some stents in her, yeah, startled the crap out of Chris and Marsha. So,
well, it's very stressful living with me. I get that. I understand.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, yeah. So, and that's really the reason, you guys decided not to come, because it's just not at all worth that risk. Yeah, that would, because you guys drive like I did.
We do.
You guys drive and make a 2-day drive, and that's not.
It's a little stressful, and
not a good choice.
I would not want to sully my memories of the best con that I go to all year, NTRPG con, with and that's the con where I killed my wife too. No, I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Stress in WoW. Yes. Yeah. Classic or retail. Blair is talking about the peasant will be preparing supper notes. Okay. I look at the time. The Prince Dash is up and expecting dinner. I suppose us lowly humans need something also. Okay. Interesting. So Dash must have woken up. All right. Yeah. So Chris, what has been going on with you?
I have been.
How goes the writing?
I have been immersed in the writing for about the last 5 weeks. I'm starting to put in submissions, as you know, as Greg knows. And in fact, the second adventure is going to have 5 different people's submissions in it. And then there's another 17 that get added to the next one that hits my layout board probably in about 3 days, because I'm getting close to being done with the one I'm working on. So,
nice.
When you see the map, you're gonna love the map. I'm telling you, it's a cool map.
I think I'm gonna love the map.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very detailed. Yeah. And I'm not sure how to make it fit on a page and still be legible though. It's big.
I like it. Slight quick change of subject. I wanted to ask you, did you watch the video that came out this morning that I
topic was
that which is actually, you guys, is really, it's doing really well as far as for I'm kind of blown away on day one of the release of that. It's my collab video with Tenkar, but we talked about because there is in I'm just going to say it, in 5e there is a problem with at higher levels. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You're just and I had a lot of 5e players say, it sucks because combat becomes this huge, giant, long, drawn out thing that when it goes to a person's turn, they have 50 different things they do.
Yeah.
As your higher level. But I attacked it at a point where in the DMG, Gary talks about it, and somebody kind of said something like, well, I mean, it wasn't just him. It was a lot. You got to remember too, and somebody made this comment. Gary and the crew played D&D every day. They knew what worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They knew this game inside and out. And so they put a, you know, when your character made name level, there was a shift from dungeoneering and going in the dungeon to, oh, I'm attracting followers, and and now I'm, you know, if I'm a cleric, my God wants me to create a temple and clear an area. And, you know, if I'm a druid, I'm supposed to do certain things. If I'm a thief, you know, I'm going to create a thieves guild. And, you know, so it's not all game stops. It's a shift in kind of the focus of the game. Yeah. Not at all you can't go dungeon crawling anymore, or, you know, go on, you know, quests and stuff. No, but at that point in time, you're so badass that a fighter attracts these followers and is driven to settle down and get a family and rule over an area, and, you know, stuff like that. I don't know, that's kind of generic, but
well, the interesting thing we used to do when we'd run a campaign and characters would get to between 12th and 20th level, okay, they do this whole thing with build our own castle, and we're going to create a guild of, or we'll do a new people of, okay. And I used to say, okay, everybody does this for the next 3 weeks, and then we start a new campaign. And by the way, the world will become what your old characters have made it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't, and the only proviso was you couldn't run the exact same character. In other words, if you played Paladin last time, you can get away with the Ranger this time, but that's as close as you're going to get, you know?
Yeah.
And we didn't have Unearthed Arcana to add Cavaliers and whatnot. So
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, in 5e, and I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but it's what do you do? It's, you know, it's designed that, you know, it becomes a grind. You know what I mean? It's, you know, it's going to become a grind, and you know, and AD&D can do the same thing too. You know, because the monsters get bigger and they're more powerful, and now you're walking around with artifacts, and, you know, Gary uses the word the Monty Hall syndrome. You know what I mean? If you remember that, you know. So that's what I kind of leaned on, you know. So it's interesting, the comments I'm getting back and forth from it, you know, from both new school and old school. And yeah, I'm a firm believer in that shift. And I'm also a firm believer in you know, when you level up, I mean, you know, that was another thing he talked about, is when you level up, you got to pay for the training, and that's kind of that checks and balances for all the gold we get.
Well, you know what I mean? Go further. When you're going from level 14 to 15, where do you find your trainer?
Somebody mentioned that.
Yeah,
somebody mentioned that in the comments.
Guys out there. Yeah, and you know,
yeah, where do you do that? Yeah. And we had a lot of really great comments, and you guys please comment about this here now too. We had a lot of really great comments about, you know, that shift in game where you're setting up a domain. That's actually pretty fun to flesh out.
It is.
That is pretty, you know, that, you know, in base Beckme did a little bit of that, and some other systems too, where they kind of fleshed out how to, you know,
it's less castle, and it's less geared towards a group sitting to play though. It's more individual conversations with the GM, which is why watch everybody go ashen white when I say this. I always played campaigns that had an end. Now, that doesn't mean we stop playing, but it means that the world becomes stable at this point with the following factions that you have all created as characters.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, and I've played in games where, you know, a character will retire and set up a stronghold and all that, and then his children is what the next campaign is.
Right.
Yeah.
And you start over,
or it's also really fun too. If let's say you have let's say you have a cleric that's now a high, you know, high priest, I think is the title when you're supposed to, you know, not supposed to stop, but when you're called to create a temple. I can't remember exactly, but maybe the rest of the group in the party help you clear the area and have to clear out that green dragon's lair. You know what I mean? That's other things that, you know, kind of little kind of hooks that you can throw in there. And it doesn't mean this play's got to stop, but but it does get monotonous when everybody's got, you know, the Mace of St. Cuthbert and, somebody's got the Sword of Cass and, you know, somebody's got the Hand of Vecna and, you know what I mean? We're all walking around blowing, crap up with, with Meteor Swarm every 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Invariably, cracks show up at the party where people form little subgroups, and there's a character war. Every campaign I've ever run, it ends with a character war. And actually, it's kind of cool. We actually celebrated hugely when Swords and Spells came out, which was the follow-up miniatures game for Fantasy to Chainmail. Because it was a mass combat game, and so we didn't have a fight that lasted for four sessions. With one session a week of 4 hours on this giant ping pong table as the two armies collided.
Yeah.
And those were awesome combats that we had. They were fun, but you got to, even that stuff, you got to call an end to at some point and say, okay, no, you don't get a chance to get even because we're at our deadline and we're going to start the new campaign on next Wednesday. So, be ready,
Yeah.
But he tore down my castle and plundered it. Yes, he did. And in fact, it's probably going to wind up being a ruined castle adventure in the future. You'll know where everything is, won't you? Oh my God, that's going to be so cool. Okay.
Yeah. DM Greg brings up a good point too. And I try to have, the games start this way where they're very low magic for my Greyhawk campaigns, and then they and then Chris rolls because I'm random. Everything's random. I don't plan anything when it comes to treasure, wandering monsters, that kind of stuff. And then Chris gets an artifact level piece of equipment, the prayer beads. but yeah, it's funny. It starts out very low magic, and then it's just kind of the normal progression too. But yeah, if you can keep it as a DM, keep it low level.
You got to watch power
light
creep.
magic.
You got to watch power creep.
Yeah, I wish one of my he also says I wish one of my PCs would get to a high level. They all seem to die.
That would usually be after like 2 or 3 years of play. So people were tired of the world at that point anyway and wanted something new. And honestly, we would break off and play a different role-playing system or a different board game or something.
Put it on the shelf for a minute.
And then come back.
And then come back. It was very, very interesting because I had a lot of new school players say like, it's interesting because as you do get up 12, 13, 14, 15, 16th level, combat is super dragged out because when it comes to one player, they now have an action, another action, a legendary action, a response action. You know what I mean? And it drags out. I don't know if you ever played 4E, but 4E was like what was where combat was pretty long and drawn out. I never experienced a 4E game that you do a 2 or 4 hour session and literally half of it was one of the combats because it was just back.
Combats that last more than a half an hour are killers. To your campaign.
Yeah, and so that's why I always fall on morale too. Like morale will speed up your combat because it makes it realistic. And I'd like to ask you guys that are in the chat here right now. I had somebody that said that villains should not use morale. What is your guys' take on that? I didn't understand the reasoning behind it, and he gave me a very lengthy reason, but I don't think they would be exempt. Why would? Because morale to me is not that you're a coward. You're just into self-preservation.
Right.
And or because think about it, most people won't go into a fight unless they have some kind of upper hand. You know what I mean?
Unless they think they're going to win.
Yeah. So when you realize I'm not going to win this, unless you're a fanatic or you're drunk or you're something else, you're going to back off. So that's why I think morale is a very key thing, and that's based back into wargaming. Wargaming is morale's always been a system in wargaming. I mean,
Well, you should. One of the other things that you don't do much because it's not in the old DMG, but that I added to my campaigns early on was when you've got an uber villain, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be the uber villain of the campaign, but for instance, the evil high priestess in Grumsh, okay? She'll generally have everything's going to end in sorrow anyway, so the heck with it. Here's my nuclear option. So something like you release that golem and let it go nuts. Just, you know, its only command is kill everything, destroy everything. And so when you have this, you know, the big necromancer who's 14th level and he's getting his rear end handed to him by the paladin and realizes it. Now, it's not a morale thing as much as a fear. He doesn't go to depression and I'm going to run away and come back another day. He goes to, I can't believe that they're going to destroy the beautiful world I was creating. So the heck with it. Here's the nuclear option. And he knows he's going to die because of his own nuclear option, but no longer cares because all of the goals he had set for himself are going to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
Anyway, food for thought.
No, I like it. Yeah. A lot of good comments in here after this. This is a great subject. I love talking about this because morale is. I'm a firm believer in morale, and for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You know, obviously, it's up to the PCs to make that decision. There should not be morale for PCs. That's for, you know what I mean. And I had somebody ask me about that. And I'm like, it's never meant for PCs. It's for retainers, hirelings, and opponents. You know what I mean? Obviously, not undead, not constructs, stuff like that. But Chris Charlton Webb, and by the way, I'm gonna get to. I see some people in here commenting. I want to give you guys a shout out. Chris Carlton Webb says motivation greater or less than morale? Greater than morale? Yeah.
Let me share this with my namesake Chris there. In the first level of Castle Wolfmoon, you run into the evil nasty bad guy and you've run into one of the patrols before, the Wolfware patrols. They're nasty, okay? But the magic user in one of our games pulled out twin wands. And I told him, well, you can only use one at a time because you have to concentrate on it. But he first fired off a lightning bolt and then a fireball.
Yeah.
The head evil nasty bad guy wears a cloak that takes the first 100 points of incoming damage. And if he doesn't leave before it disintegrates and it's gone.
Yeah.
But his cloak disintegrates from these two attacks. He takes a couple points and goes, you know what? I had an appointment I forgot about. I got to be out of here.
Yeah.
And the whole party went, no, he's not just running away. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
No. You know, and they hate that because their whole purpose in visiting the castle was we're going to kill this guy. We're going to stop his reign of terror and kill this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, you know, morale's decided by many different things. Like what is the motivation of the beast in there? You know, is it their lair? Or do they have young there? Do they have a known advantage? I mean, like, there's all kinds of different things that go into that. It's not just a flat, it's for in AD&D, there's modifiers, and I think that I always put myself in the shoes of the creature, you know, because most creatures, including goblins, including, you know, they still want to live to fight another day. You know what I mean?
And be the classic Nazi, right? In the war movie, who's got the grenade and says, go ahead, pull the trigger. I dare you. Because we're all going to die if you do it. And he's holding the grenade. He's holding the pin on it. So the minute his hand opens, everybody's going to get splattered. Give your villains, especially mid-level villains, because they don't think of, you know what, I don't care if the world expires. It's not going to have me to kick around anymore. They don't think that broadly yet.
Yeah.
But they will think of the hand grenade answer. You know, well, sure, you'll take me out.
That's the end all. Yeah.
Yeah. But the whole I'll take you with me thing, you know?
Yeah. Poor Orc Child, good to see you. It's where is the line for flight or fight or other choices? Yeah, that's exactly, Valmar says, I checked out from Wizbros by that time, never read, let alone play. Yeah, I get it. Glenn Finney. He says, hi, all. All right. Let me see. Drag. Here comes Drag. They should use morale, but like deities and demigods, level heroes get 17 out of 20 success rate usually, so rarely under 85% fit morale. Well, I would beg to differ with you on that. Okay, let's say you have a party that's getting ready to kill Odin. You don't think he's going to run?
Right. Well, and you got to have your little side chart that tells you what the negatives to his morale check are as he loses half his hit points, as some of his minions are slaughtered, whatever else the case might be.
Yeah. Well, in AD&D, morale starts at 50%, and you add 5% per hit die, and then there's modifiers.
Right.
But okay, maybe I'm seeing that wrong, Drake. So they should use morale, but like Ditas and Demos level heroes get 17 out of 20 success rate usually, so rarely under. Yeah, I don't know about that comment. I'm not sure how to react to that. All intelligent creatures are subject to morale. Yes, I agree with you on that. Advanced Fantasy Games, thank you for your support on this issue. Chris Charleston Webb says, I don't want the Uber villain to run away in the big fight. Well, you don't want him. You don't want him to.
But they want the eat.
But, and I played where there's some pretty big villains have ran.
Yeah.
Why would they not? They want to live to cause terror another day. Think of if you're fighting Loth and Loth is about ready to be killed, wouldn't she throw up a smoke screen and run away? Think about it. Dracula through his, turns into a bat and gets out of there. That's terrifying because where's he going? When's he going to come back? He's going to come back stronger. I think that's a great way to add tension.
Now he's taking our measure, and when he returns, he'll be prepared.
He'll be prepared. Yeah. It's just like the goblins that run; they're going to go get reinforcements. So I think you may have a bot. Yeah, I probably missed it too. Yeah, thanks, Valimar. Appreciate it. You're talking about the one that's coming here from Twitch, probably. Yeah. Thanks, brother. I'll try to. I need a mod. Maybe one of you guys can jump on and be a moderator for me one day, because I'm horrible at it. Advanced Fantasy Games says Angelo. I think he says trophy yellow smiling at Mark the Shark. I'm always smiling at Mark the Shark. Yeah.
How can you not really? Yeah.
Greetings. Just wrapped up my Monday evening game, dude. No one of consequence. What did you play, dude? What are you guys playing? Tell me. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Is it moral or morale? Yeah, it's morale. Blair says I must unpack, etc. Have a good night, my brethren. Those of you I met, can't wait to see you again. Ciao, ciao. Yeah, that's super awesome. Oh, here we go. Nolzi, I think. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm working on a custom stat Star Wars system like WEG, which is a D6, which is one of my favorite systems, and I've added a morale system to it. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I think that's super cool. I love D6 Star Wars, dude. It's one of my favorite systems. Angelo says, love and blessings, my lady lordship. It's morale. As in take a morale check. Yeah, I think he's messing with you.
Maybe a little.
The floggings will continue until morale improves. Glenn, how's everyone doing tonight? Glenn, how are you doing tonight, dude? Tell us. I'm doing great. Chris is always great. Look at him. I mean, how could he not be? Here, I'll even make him bigger. Watch. Well, that sounded weird. Look at that. Look at how great he is.
It is bigger.
Glenn says, hello, Agile. Versus morale. Agile says, versus morale example, what he did shows he has a very bad moral compass. Ooh, versus moral. Glenn, brother Glenn, good to see you. Just happy to be above ground right now. Yep. I think we all can understand.
I'm the old timer here, poor orc child. Okay.
Jay Taylor. But if you use a villain always running away, it can be dissatisfying for your PCs. So use it sparsely.
My big ugly villain always runs away.
I don't see how that could be dissatisfying to your PCs.
No,
I don't see that. So I beg to differ with you there, because maybe that's cool. I respect your opinion, but
if
that's the worst thing is for a boss to run away, because like we just said a minute ago,
if your players call you if your players call you lots of bad names after the boss runs away, you've done your job well.
Yeah. No, bring your kids to Orc Workday. I've been thinking on Green Dragons. Tell us, Dreg. I want to hear it. Porkshire, my friend, good to see you. Usually run morale based on the situation. Yeah, I mean, of course. If I think the issue is on the cusp, then I'll roll a die. Yep. Yeah, I have triggers that I do for morale. Pretty much what you're talking about. Like, I'm not going to roll it in the first round, second round, third round. I'll roll reaction first.
Right.
Then which leads into what happens with morale. So that's why I always determine reaction first. Poor orc child, dude, you're awesome.
I have a question for Drag. If he only thinks when he's on a green dragon, where does he get the green dragon when he needs to think and there isn't one just handy?
Oh my god!
It's,
I could find a TV show. It was awesome.
A little bit, yes. I am 64, so.
Okay, I am way behind in the comments here. Sorry, guys. Miniatures, sign me up. Beyond intelligent. As a DM, I do what I want. Yes, that's right. I realize it's a niche topic, but fun videos to make. That's no one of consequence. Yes. Things I like is that you do what you want, whether you're DM or not. Dan. Angelo, that's funny. Oh my goodness. Well, it's 60-year-old, 52 years in the hobby, loves to do what I do, and I truly appreciate your work. That's awesome. Okay, let me get her. Choose a sacrifice to be mod, and then they must pass a morale check. That's funny, dude. Poor old Charlotte. That was amazing. Choose Jesus Christ. Well, it's not me, but I ran a concoction Shadow Dark and then down in the dark stairway and ran my own cleaver. Cool, crazy RPG as well as playing. Okay, awesome, dude. My God, I'm so behind in the comments. Hope he stays ahead. Okay, typical run. Okay, here we go. Glenn Finney says typical to run if they are down 50% if regular. Yeah, that's one of the triggers. And if only a couple left for more stalwarts, last man standing almost always tries to run or surround. Yeah, I agree with you. That's good. Chris, we look for. Oh, poor Orkchow says, well, Chris, you look good for your age. Probably magics. Agile, thank you so much. Chris, he says, I am and was so happy to see your wife hug you tonight and see her looking so bright and better. Yeah, we are all very happy.
She's my younger woman too, by the way. So I don't have to have a midlife crisis, but yeah.
It's so crazy. Thank you for that super chat, Agile. Appreciate it. Wrestle a beholder like a bag of cats. Oh, yeah, I guess that would be a good comparison, right?
I wrestled the beholder by making him think he had defeated me, because that is always the evil, nasty, bad guy's Achilles' heel is pump his ego.
Poor Oakshire says, I'm already a mod for 4 channels. Too much responsibility. Yeah, that's a lot. That is absolutely rocking. Fantastic to hear. You ran a game and played. Yeah. That's ringing with Dan. Not worse than me. Oh God, you guys are commenting.
Fastly and furious.
Bandits, I love it. Yeah, so I guess what even brought this whole subject up was the whole thing about not stopping, but shifting your gameplay in
And power creep, yes.
In the power creep of stuff. And I think, 5e's kind of designed that it's just going to happen. You know what I mean? Finger stinks. I love it. You just rolled 18 double lots in looks angry. Wow. Okay. Well, I hate to see that character sheet.
I'm actually intrigued myself.
Preach, Agile Monk. Yeah. So I do want to ask you guys here. Those of you guys that have watched the Weird Gear Chronicles series that I'm doing, right? I'm getting ready to, it started out with a 10-foot pole and kind of just a bunch of stuff. And I think the last one was holy water, which, God, I don't think, even if you weren't a cleric, we used to take holy water, it's good. It's, yeah. The next one that I'm doing is on, and I had somebody tell me in the comments that they used to bring a bag of feathers, and I had a player that brought feathers too, and for various ingenious reasons. So I want to hear from you guys if any of you guys as DMs or players have ever used feathers in a dungeon crawl. Put it in the chat. I want to read this. I want to see if because I'll include it in the video, and I also put up a YouTube post where you can go in there and kind of put that, and I'll read what give you a little shout out. But some of the ingenious ways that finding secret doors and stuff like that. I mean, have you ever seen that used in feathers? Yeah,
feathers, dust. The other one I used to really love was jar of grease. When they can't open the door the first time, and so they grease the hinges up. Or I had one guy used to take contact poison off his skin because grease can work as soap. I had a guy that coated his blade in grease so that it wouldn't make noise coming out of the sheath, and then he swung it through a torch to try and make his opponent believe he had a flaming sword.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
It burned for like a whole turn was all, but one combat round was all. But I gave him a roll to see if the guy would buy it. It was an undead opponent, so yeah.
I mean, I love hearing all the weird things that people do. That's why I kind of did this whole Weird Gear Chronicles thing. It started out with just one video, and it blew up to like 6,000 plus views and all this watch time, and I'm like, God, I better make a series on this, and then I did, and it's been well received. But all the crazy ideas, you guys, so we have the crazy ideas have been awesome. Flower is another one. Yeah, Glenn. Flower I've had players use. Well, check for invisible players. You can
eat it when you're out of rations. All kinds of things.
Yeah. Feathers to check air currents. Yeah, I mean that's one way I've seen players use it.
To know which way is out.
Bag of flour. Yep. Okay.
I had a guy that had a jar of pine tar, which was used for sealing boats in the medieval ages.
Yeah.
And threw it.
Mr. Rourke is here.
Yes, I saw that.
Mr. Rourke, I asked the question, have you ever used feathers in a dungeon crawl? Like had a character that brought feathers? I know you have. So tell me in the chat how you've seen that as a DM or a player. Fat, lard, oil. Not to confuse with flour. Bag of flour does have plenty of times. Yeah.
You would throw the tar on the opponents and then tell them it was a flesh-eating virus, like a monster, and that they had 3 turns before it started dissolving their skin, just to try and head shrink them a little bit. And I had 1 or 2 opponents that ran away to go clean it off. It's just pine tar.
Yeah. Okay, I wrote that down. Flour. I need to do one on flour too. I almost forgot about that.
If you get enough flour in the air, it will blow up.
So yeah, that next video is on.
Ooh.
And this is my hat I wear for my boot heel game.
Ooh.
Well, yeah.
Does the cat like to play with the feather? Or?
And sometimes, yeah.
Because they eat those things. They eat birds.
So Glenn says in my game, that guy with the flaming grease blade would be awarded clever, cool, and crazy.
I think I gave him 50 extra eeps for it, but the guy didn't buy it. I gave him the opponent an intelligence roll, and it wasn't a great intelligence. It was like 12, but he didn't buy it. He didn't buy it.
Yeah. These are really good comments coming up here. Advanced Fantasy Game says, "What's up, Mr. Rourke?" Mr. Rourke says a mixture of cotton and flour could explode a room. Interesting.
Well, silo explosions are just caused by dust, believe it or not.
Yeah. Banquet, a bouquet presented at the right moment could be interesting. And so flour. Okay, I get it. Okay. Dan, I've bought feathers to see air movements. Yeah, movements in the dungeon. Yeah, that's one of the I have 4 bullet points that I've seen, and that's one of them. Air currents, and then there's a couple other ones that I got written down. But yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys. Other ways of using flowers. I brought feathers to see movements in the dungeon. Currents, yes. My characters almost always pick up small rocks. They're free and useful. Yeah. My PCs always carry an extra pair of underwear and socks. Why not? Mr. Rourke, checking air currents. I give them a 2 in 6 chance. Yep. If you throw flour up in the air and light it up with a torch. Interesting.
It can explode. Yeah.
If you use sawdust, then throw oil on it as a makeshift fire trap. Okay, I've never thought of that one. That's cool.
What about bacon grease? Remember that?
Bacon grease. Yeah, you were making bacon grease fireballs. Yeah,
and then nobody.
I gotta remember. I almost forgot. Yeah, so grease would be. I gotta write that down.
Yeah, grease is a good one.
Because you actually use that in our game, and I'm like, you were like, I'm gonna light this and throw it. Okay, what the hell?
Yeah,
I mean, you thought of it. Why would we don't?
Trying to get the actors to blink.
I have used feathers, air currents around secret openings, spread around to see if someone's disturbed them, and if the distraction, or as a pillow. I like that. Dan the man, or the final arbiter. That feather is too large to be used to see dungeon air currents. Yeah, it's in my hat. I think something more like goose down feather. Yeah, of course. You mean like feather. the Forrest Gump feather in the beginning of the movie that floats up and down, comes around. Do you guys remember that in the movie?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Starts out. Yes, the mechanics are specifically designed to award smart, stylish, and or out of the box play.
Innovative thinking. You bet.
Innovative. That's the difference between character and player skill.
No, one of my parties always used to carry feathers to see which way the air currents were moving, so that they knew which way was headed out. Because if they blow away from that direction, if they blow from left to right, go to the left, because that's where the wind's coming in, and it's got to come in from somewhere. And they would know that they were headed back. We're out of spells. What do we do? Get me the feathers.
Yeah.
We're down here to rest, so get me the feathers.
Yeah, I think there's all kinds of different and plus feathers are material components for a lot of spells too. Yeah. So you have a magic user that has feather fall as a spell, and they have that, you can always take it.
And Angelo does make us have our spell components.
Yes, I am a firm believer in spell components.
I don't carry iron spikes because I like spiking doors shut. I carry them because I need small bits of iron for one of my spells.
Yeah.
And that works.
Even though you're a cleric, so a lot of your spell components are just your holy symbol, so you're lucky.
Well, I'm lazy. It's all right. Yeah.
Advanced Fantasy Game says empty vials might be a good one to add. Make the spellcasters collect spell materials, gather liquids, etc. Yeah, I'll write that down too. Empty vials.
Well, you did that to me, remember? I kept looking for all those flasks to try and I found
Yeah.
a barrel of oil and I had to carry around this barrel. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I could really like look for some flasks, and it took us.
You know what I thought was really ingenious that you guys did, and I mentioned it in one of the videos for oil, right? I think it was when you guys poured that, when you were going in, you were in the moat house and you had all those zombies coming up the stairway, and you just dumped the oil drum. I guess it was a drum of oil, right?
It was in it, but yeah,
it was a pretty big. You dumped it down the stairs, lit it, and they just started catching on fire coming up.
Yeah,
and I mean, because
they're too
in the moat house, that's a nasty encounter. There's 12 zombies in there. Yeah. That could kill a second level party easily.
I don't even think we were second level yet.
Yeah, I don't. Well, you guys, some of you guys were second. A lot of you guys were first. But yeah, that you can't. You gotta figure that one out. You can't just go in there blazing, because a D8 on a first level character, even and they're hitting at 2 hit die too, so they already have a pretty good backup. Yeah, zombies are nasty.
Well, and it's funny that you would say you can't go in there blazing, because that's what we did. Is we
well, you know what I mean. Guns a-blazing.
I see. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. As a DM, the PC should surprise a trio of goblins extracting poison from the backs of toads for hallucinogens. Okay. Thank you for that, Mr. Rourke. Always think outside the box. There is more room out there. Dude, Mark, that's words of wisdom from Mark the Shark. Look at that. The wizard isn't just a pretty face. Man, I love this guy's username. Finger stinks. I love it. I mean,
Well, I never get lost in the gnarly forest because my good friend Dog the Ranger is always nearby.
Yeah, Dog knows that forest like the back of his hand.
Which he's also shown me on occasion.
And I don't think his fingers stink. Maybe they do. Do you think dogs' fingers stink? Yeah.
I have never smelled them.
Although, you should probably next game. You should probably smell the Rangers.
Important safety tip for next time.
Yeah. Brass knuckles for more brawling damage. Yeah.
That sounds more like
like a gauntlet or something like that. A metal gauntlet. I would give more damage on a
for like attack of ogre power. That'd be good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Can I have a seal jar of vinegar? That can be resealed, of course. All right. Wineskin of vinegar, 2 copper. All right. Scarcity. Here we go. Glenn. Scarcity is its own sort of horror. Even in 5e, Curse of Strahd, when the players realize they can't buy most things due to the soul-crushing poverty of Barovia, they sober up real quick. That's very true. Very, very true. That's a sort of pressure that you can apply to your players.
You have to be careful, because all of the laboratories tend to have ether in them, and it's horribly, horribly explosive stuff. So take the ether out if you can, and if the characters ask and you have to tell them, there's ether in there, be prepared for something to explode.
Yeah.
Because it's about 151 octane. Ether is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why they don't use it as a anesthetic anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God, I only wanted to go an hour tonight, and here we are at 1 hour and 48 minutes. See what you guys do to me? Jeez, Chris. You're a bad influence, Chris.
Thank you. So
add scarcity to the hex 1 to 2, hex of plenty, 1 to 3 normal, 5 to 6 hex of scarcity. I like that. Yeah. Fred, I got a video coming up I'm doing on hex crawls. I think you'll enjoy. I did say DC 20 is very one top of the use of knuckles and gauntlets doing damage. Okay. See you later, Mr. Rourke. Thanks for
popping in.
Thanks for stopping by, man. Love you, buddy. Yeah, is Randy here? Yeah.
One of our players is too.
Yeah, it was Randy. Oh, there's Randy. I mean, Dan the Arbiter. Yeah, so a couple things coming up, guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna be let me see. Let me look at the schedule here. I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek at our schedule. Let me see if I can get this up here. God, I got a bunch of things. Okay, here we go. Schedule, calendar. There it is. Calendar, DM and friends. So what's the date? Okay, yeah. So we do have our normal Thursday nights. There's not a topic, but we'll get something on the calendar for this Thursday.
Well, we're gonna have recap, aren't we?
What's that?
Aren't we gonna do the recap on Thursday?
Oh no, this is
All
the what is this?
That's your calendar.
Yeah, on the 11th. Yeah, and then the 13th, I'm doing it from the fire station, which is gonna be fun. So if I get a call, you guys are gonna have to man the fort. I think
Can Blair woman the fort?
And then next week I got Jeff coming on.
He's the fireball
Mr. Jeff from Astonishing Swords.
That's
from Hyperborea.
Oh, Jeff Delanian.
Yes.
I
have him coming on next week. And let me see. Let me think here. Okay. These other ones aren't confirmed. I don't want to announce these ones. But yeah, I'm looking forward to and I didn't even get to really hang out with Jeff or say
I'm a huge fan of his. So
yeah, he's super cool. I want to really talk about Hyperborea with him. I want to pick his brain. I really like that system. Somebody was saying, who was saying it the other day? It's the system that oh yeah, Joe the lawyer was saying it was the my favorite systems I never get to play. Something like that. Yeah. And that is the biggest fault. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say it's a false statement, but I know you like it. Yeah. Yeah, looking forward to that. But one thing that I'm also excited about is I'm going to be starting a series, a Greyhawk series with the one and only Greyhawk Grognard. And we're going to be deep diving into various subjects. And this is going to be on the fourth Sunday of the month. So we're going to be doing that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I'll announce it far enough in advance, but probably do a video. I'll probably do a video leading into it. Yeah, doing that. So yeah, let me know if you guys haven't seen the video that came out today. Let me know what you guys think about kind of the subject we were talking about today. Please go in there, comment. Let me know. Tell me I'm crazy.
You are so crazy.
And all that neat stuff. Chris, he says what I do. I don't know. What did you do? So Chris, what else? What's up for you? What's going on?
I believe we were supposed to start our Kickstarter today, and we did not. So I kind of need to find out what's going on. I have 3 unanswered missives out since last Thursday. So I'm beginning to wonder if everybody I'm working with on the East Coast has passed away. I think that's the best way I can frame my current aggravation with what's going on. But, whatever.
A little bit of aggravation going on right now?
A little bit. Yep. This is easier when I do it myself, but the Kickstarters wind up being much smaller. So
Glenn says he's demand I use love. Dude, you should see the topics we got. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Well, that we're kind of kicking around anyways. Matter of fact, I gotta send him a couple of, yeah. Chris, yeah, we'll all be looking back and saying, when it's done.
Do you remember what? Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? I know it's the pains of what's happening, but
do you remember when you used to have hair before the Cancel Wolf Moon Kickstarter? Or was it problem? Yeah.
yeah, no kidding. Glenn, yes, it was the one about how AD&D handled higher level name level. Yeah, shifting to campaign mode, basically. Yeah. Check it out. Let me know what you think, dude. Go on there and tell me what I got right and what I got wrong.
And
and remember too, what the videos I do, they're my opinion. I know everybody's got their own gaming style. It's just me with my opinion out there.
I figured I'd get shot for suggesting that you bring your campaign to an end and start a new one, but.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the Hommlet Dark campaign, realistically, it's a 3-chapter it's a 6-chapter campaign, and we're only in the 3rd right now.
Well, nobody's that high a level yet to where there's
yeah. Well, I mean, I know you're getting up there as a cleric. Clerics always go a lot faster than.
Well, and they still run me out of spells, so trust me, we're not.
Yeah. Well, I have a solution for that, and I talk about it a little bit in the campaign, right? In the video, where it's you're gonna have to pay for your leveling up, but there's always energy drain. You know what I mean? Like there's always crazy monsters that will drain your level. So if you get too high, we'll bring it back down.
Yeah. All right. What a guy.
I think you're the only one in the group that hasn't been hit by
I got drained.
You got drained?
By my god.
Was it a good drain or a bad drain?
Well, not so good, but you remember I upset my deity, and he took away some experience, which basically.
Well, that's not a drain. That's not a level drain. That was just you didn't lose a level. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I did. From that, it's okay, but I'm back now with 3,000 EPs to spare. So yeah. What?
Oh boy.
She's like,
we're gonna have to wrap it up here, guys. I do need to go up and eat and go to bed. I have been up for a while.
And I got to get back to the remaining 900.
Maybe that's why I'm slurring a little bit. Wait. Dreg's got a question for the community. All right. Did I respond properly? Let me see. Oh man, I missed it. Dreg, okay. DM Greg says, did I respond properly? Sorry, Greg, I missed that one. Question for the community. What would you like to see day to day on the DM and Friends? Oh, okay. I didn't even read it before I looked at it. I don't know. Let's hear about it.
Full frontal nudity. Okay.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that. I knew somebody was going to type that in there. Yeah. Nothing drained to the lowest level might not survive. Yeah. Unlike to cover, I use expect for the polymorph state. Yeah. Excellent, Reg. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, I'll tell you what. I want to end this with the laugh from poor orc child. Yeah. We did count. Yeah, but the problem with that, Dreg, you guys, this is good. The problem with that is you have to find a potion of heroism in my campaign setting.
Yeah,
you'll never find it.
They're not in the stores.
Yeah, they're not in the stores.
I went to the Walmart of his world now, and they usually have everything. It's can't order it through Amazon. Can I get DoorDash on this heroism potion? No, doesn't happen.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, we can't DoorDash a potion of heroes or superheroism, even though somebody did find one. Why AD&D 1E had the best Rangers, dude? I think they did.
Yeah,
I think that's a great. Yeah, that's a great topic.
Double hit dice starting.
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. Glad to see you all again. You're being funny, Greg. I love it. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Man, the comments are great. You guys just keep me going. Oh, and then here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Sanson 2918. Good to see you, buddy. Hurry up, late again. My dog was out chasing coyotes. And there she is, Anna Meyer. talking about Greyhawk. Love it. Good to see you. Good to see you on here. Good to see you on here. By the way, I'm going to send you a message in a little bit here. Let's talk about it more. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to get going. Chris is wore me out. Yeah.
Talk to Mars. It's, oof.
Yeah. It's because they were. Dude, Rangers, 1E Rangers are the best. Yeah. I mean, starting with a 2-hit die, I mean, monks started at 2-hit die also, too. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but Rangers are just the best. But they're hard to qualify for if you actually roll stats instead of just giving your stats out. So, Mike C. Baker says feathers trigger for allergy spell components, and if from how do you pronounce? Is that pronounced a cockatrice?
Cockatrice.
Yeah. Low success stone to flesh. Interesting. I like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we're gonna call it quits here. I will say this. Thank you guys so much for being on. Thank you for all the love and support for the channel, DM and friends. I will be back on Thursday to hang out. It's to be determined what's going to happen on Thursday. I will probably have information for all you guys by tomorrow. We'll be a guest of some sort, and a topic of sorts, and we'll have a good time like we always do. All right, Chris, thanks for jumping on here.
Oh, sure. And try and keep me away.
Hang out for a second afterwards. Don't hit the eject button. But love you guys all. Take care. Game on. Be good to each other.
These are the times of our lives, folks.